All right, today we'll be learning for midpoints. This question is particularly taken from the Pearson book uh, set. So we need to work out the midpoint of each line segment. First, we need to know what is the formula for a midpoint. Now, midpoint is equal to, the formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Now, there are three things that we need to take care about. Firstly, the x's are different and y's are different. So there's a comma between these two and they're put in round brackets. Since these are always coordinate pairs, so it has to be written in a coordinate pair. Now, from where does this x1, x2, y1, and y2 come from? For example, if I have a line segment, let's say I'm taking point A and I'm taking point B. At point A I'm going to pick this one, has coordinates 2 and 2, and point B has coordinates 4 and 2. And this is a line segment. Now we know already that, for example, if we are writing a coordinate like 2, 2, the first coordinate is always an x coordinate. The second coordinate is always a y coordinate. Again, for any coordinate, the first one is an x coordinate and y1, and the second one is a y coordinate. Now, since there are two x and two y, so just to differentiate them, we give them different names. We put a 1 here in the subscription, y1, x1. So this becomes my first coordinate, x1, y1. And for the second one, I'm going to put a 2. So this means x2, y2. They are both coordinates, x and y. But to differentiate between, since there are 2 points, I name them, the first one as x1, y1, and the second one as x2, y2. So if I need to apply this formula here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Now, since I have already named them, so I'm going to add the x values first, divide by 2, and then I'm going to add the y values and divide by 2. So let's substitute the values. Now this is my x1, y1. This is my x2, y2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write 2 plus 4 divided by 2. And the y coordinates are 2 plus 2 divided by 2. Remember, they should be separated by a comma and they should be written in a round bracket. So this becomes 6 by 2 and 4 by 2, which you divide, simplify, becomes 3 and 2. So the midpoint for the first two coordinate pairs is 3 and 2. All right. I'm going to do another question. I'm just going to remove this part. So let's do this one with the negative coordinates. Okay. So now part D is, I'm going to name this as x1, y1. That means the first coordinate, and this is x2, y2. This is the coordinate. I'm going to apply the same formula. So part D will be midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2. I'm just rewriting the formula so that we are familiar with it and how to write it. Now, substituting the values, minus 5 and plus minus 5 divided by 2. Then I separate by a comma, then 1 plus minus 4 divided by 2. Now, since there are minus involved, we know that plus and minus becomes a negative, right? So negative 5 divided by 2, separated by a comma. Same goes for here. This is a positive sign and a negative sign together, they make a negative. So 1 negative 4 divided by 2. So this becomes negative 10 by 2 and negative 3 by 2. But if you simplify them, this will become minus 5 and minus 1.5. So this is your midpoint. You can try all these questions by yourself. But this is how we take midpoints.